assembly square part 3 bag 2 continued. So we've just started part 3, the continuation of bag 2, as I've said, and we start off by building this lovely cake stand. Yeah, as you can see, simply built on a black table, or as I call it, a stool, black circular plates, and then the bits go on top. Not too much to say, but it's going to go straight into the bakery side of the set, and away we go. So we've just put the windows in. They were a little bit fiddly, and they just basically, they do click in at the top, but they don't click in at the bottom, which is a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. They click on a little black clip at the top. You can see it better there where I'm showing here, there, and same for the other side where it's clicked in, which is nice. I've just showed that there because you've just built up the first roof part. There'll be another roof part for that part after, but we're doing this one first, so we're going to see if we can get it on without any problems. So there we have it. That is the end of part 3 and the end of bag 2, and it's been a little bit challenging in places, but very, very enjoyable to build. We started with the cake, which was there. Once that was in, it was a matter of putting the door in, then the windows. We then slowly but surely built up the sides, up to the top. We put the doors in, and then the windows. We'll come to the windows now. Right, so as I said, let's talk a little bit about the windows. They clip together as a, the single things, the single struts, and then they, as I showed you, or attempted to show you if I could, well, that wasn't out of focus, I've got no idea, and then they went round and then clicked to a little black claw, which is fine, I suppose. Same for the one that side as well. So that was fine. Once they were sitting, they were sitting. But then you have the problem then of, I did show you that you built up this section as well as the smaller section for around the other side. And then you have to locate it into place. God, my words are terrible tonight. And to be honest, it did go in okay. I mean, it sat all right. I mean, if you look at that, I'm just noticing now here. It's down, but it's not down. But it's down as good as I think I'm going to get it down. And it's flat, and it's going to be okay to build on top of. The same with the other one. We had the same thing there. We built up the little section, and away we go. Moving to the other side, the flower shop with the parroting, we also built it up, built the walls up, as I showed you the decorations earlier. We continued the build up. We ended up putting on these nice little shades both sides, which looked pretty good. Don't know what the green's going to be. We have a little box with a shovel and a brush also, so that looks pretty good. The doors all open and closed, the windows open and closed, everything looks good. On the inside, as you can see, we've now added a clock which just clicks on the stud, and away we go. And then basically to finish off the set, we just basically went around with the grey flat things, and the last thing that we actually did, if I can swing it round and show you, was the actual, I did the steps first of all, and then the actual handle of the stairs, the step rail I should say, not handle. And that was it. It's been quite a long section to do, and I'm pretty glad that I've split up both parts into two pieces, because I think when you start to not have problems, because problems is the wrong word, but when you start to struggle a little bit and you're trying to keep this flat here and put things on top so as they sit nicely and correctly, as I tried to get the window straight to push it on, I knocked the cake out the way, that's when it gets a little bit stressy. But in all honesty, it looks absolutely fabulous, and I can't fault that. I think that's a nice shot, and it just shows where we are with the build, and I hope everybody is fine with that. And that was the end of the build, like I say. We got part 4 coming up next, which will be bag 3 part 1. In other words, we're going to split the part 3 into bag 3 into 2 parts again, like we've done this, because it's such a big build and such big sections. But I hope you're all enjoying it, and enjoying like I am building and videoing. And if you are, then please just give us a thumbs up. I know I'm mumbling and stumbling as usual. It's getting a little bit late at night here in the UK, in England, but we finished, and that was the main thing. I wanted to get the review done, this little end piece of this part, while it was fresh in my mind. And if you do like what you're doing, please give us a thumbs up, hit that like button. Don't be frightened to make a few comments in the box. Even my performance, did anybody else have any slight trouble with the windows, or did they just go on absolutely fine and it's down to me and my performance? Hope not. And if you want to follow us on to part 4 tomorrow, and then continuing parts all the way to the conclusion of the assembly square set, and then onward and upward on to whatever the next builds may be, please click on that subscribe button. And with that, you know the score, you know what I'm going to say. My name's Kev, I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side. And while I think about it quickly, anybody who's watched this far, thank you very much.